One key thing to think about when making an EB5 investment is to select an EB5 project that has an I-956F project approval and has either already created all EB5 jobs or has a clear path to creating those jobs. So nobody would make an EB5 investment in any of these projects if they weren't going to get the immigration benefit, right? That's really the only reason that we're even talking about this. And so to ensure that immigration success, the government basically can look at a project and pre-approve it. And you can reduce your own immigration risk and insulate it to only your personal details and your source of funds by selecting a project that already has that approval. To remove your conditions on your green card, you're going to need to demonstrate that your investment created 10 jobs. And so you want to be in a project that has either already met that requirement or will soon do so in the future. So I think that's the number one consideration when looking at projects. Number two would be the track record of the regional center that you're investing with. Take a look at the regional center. How long have they been in the EB5 industry? How many projects have they done? And have they had any failed projects? Of course, here at EB5AN, we've been in the industry for over a decade, never had a single project fail, never lost a single dollar of investor capital, and never had any of our EB5 investors denied for a project purpose. So those are the two main things I would focus on if I were an investor in EB5 today.
So yeah, one of the major advantages since the RIA and why right now is a really great time to invest is concurrent filing. Especially if you're from a country that is traditionally backlogged, this is a huge advantage and gives you an opportunity to not only file your EB5 application and get into that queue, but filing your adjustment of status has really clear advantages in the short term as well. You do get an EAD and an advanced parole, an employment authorization document, and an advanced parole. And these documents will basically let you work and travel, essentially the same benefits that a green card gives you within just a few months. So you end up in a situation where you're getting a lot of the benefits that a green card will give you, but very, very early on in the process. The other big advantage of concurrent filing in a lot of situations is, and if you're in the US, you can do a concurrent filing, is you can lock in your child's age. So in a lot of instances, you will lock in your child's age for pretty much forever if you're able to file an adjustment of status at the same time as your EB5 application. So
I really like that EB5AN is very transparent. Before the EB5 investors make the investment, we offer them the whole set of offering documents for them to review. So when they are doing the due diligence, they can really read our documents and they can ask questions. I think that's very, very important for them to make an informed decision. And also we are independent. So EB5AN and the developers, we are not affiliated entities. So that is great to avoid any conflict of interest. I think that is also very important because for EB5 investors, they need to know that the regional center, that our company EB5AN is completely on their side. We are an independent regional center, and we are also a very strong GP. So as a general partner, so we are essentially the fund managers. So down the road, in the next several years after they make the investment, we will be diligently looking at the project and do the project oversight, and all the way until they get their permanent green card and they get the capital back. We will be there with all the EB5 investors, and they should feel much safer when they are working with EB5AN as a very transparent and independent regional center operator.
One thing I'd like to emphasize is that the way the industry operates is that oftentimes they will use third-party service providers to provide consulting and to provide documents like business plans or economic reports, which is what I did at Baker Tilly. And that can be problematic because there can be internal inconsistencies between the documents. At EB5AN, they have the expertise, the know-how to develop their own documentation and to do it in such a way that the level of quality is much higher. And for that reason, they have a very strong reputation and an excellent track record with USCIS, and most often will receive approval without any questions from the Immigration Service, without issuing a single RFE.
So yeah, I'm going to repeat a lot of things that my colleagues have said, but essentially, transparency in avoiding conflicts of interest is crucial, for EB5 investors, especially when it comes to attorneys and project managers. It ensures that everyone shares the same goal, and and that goal is to succeed. When attorneys and project managers, and the regional center kind of have a conflict of interest and are all working aligned, if something were to go awry, the investor could be the one at the end that is taking the fall for everything. We've seen this in the past, and this has been a major issue and has really affected investors' kind of confidence in the EB5 program. Fortunately, with EB5AN, they have a seamless track record. This hasn't been the case for them because EB5AN has avoided these conflicts of interest, ensuring that the regional center of the project and the attorneys are all working in the best interest for the investor and being fully transparent to help the investor make an informed decision in doing what's best for them to meet their ultimate goal of, getting repayment of their investment as well as getting their green card.